Okay. I think I'm unmuted now. Now, we start all over again then. Since I'm on to the Mary D talk show, uh, um, today is a different show, so I'm going to talk about that too. But I really want to. This is new. Just so everybody knows, I've never done this before. This is new. We're going to have it up on two. Let me. I don't want to. I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything because everything is working. So first, thank you. Anyone new? There's those of you that are regulars. Welcome. Those of you that are, as I said before, the day we're going to do the entire show on the color purple because filmmaking is such a collaborative and it can be a long our sponsor has been our number one sponsor since day one of the show has been President Dumas Martin Jr. And that is, I can't tell you those of you. Also, if you are looking to publish it, you can go to Front Page Publishing and fill out an email to Mary and Mary D. Welch, and you, let me say that I said, oh, so you can send an email there. Oh, just go in and send an email. We'll talk. So I just want to make sure you knew that information. Know about, if you, because I literally talk to people daily. Just talked to a lady recently, and she said, I have books, I have manuscripts in my garage. And I wanted to scream. I didn't scream, but I wanted to scream. To be honest with you. That's the facts. So I wanted to make sure I shared that with you. So, and then many of you already know, I can show you the prototype, and this is called, this is my journal. It's right here. This is, I think you guys I think, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me over here. Um, this is so interesting. I was already on two uh, laptops. Can you believe that? I think, can someone send a message if you can hear me on the second, because I switched laptops that quick. If you cannot hear me, let me know. I don't see anybody. You guys can probably barely see. There we go. Because this one's is sitting lower than the other one was. So I don't know why that one went out. But look how things work. I already had another one going. I tell you. Hold on. Oh, now it came back. Now the other one came back. So I don't know. Ladies, gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. Technology is not perfect. I'm going to say it again. Technology is not perfect. So let me do this. Now, that's interesting. That one was never muted. So that's interesting. Okay, Oliver said, "Is the computer?" Okay, I'm going to shut the other one off. Let me do that. Okay, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but these things happen. It's called technical issues. So hold on. Let me just come out of this one altogether. And I will, we have two laptops going simultaneously. That's what's going on. So what I'm going to do is just go to one laptop. And I'm hoping I can still do this so I can show you the video. So anyway, we're going to get started. And let me, hold on. I don't know if you guys probably can hear me hear the two going. I'm trying to shut one off so you don't get the sounds. Hold on. So my laptop is the one that's the problem. Oliver's laptop is fine. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Just a minute. But like I said, that's having an executive producer to tell you he comes in and he's like, you need to it makes a difference. Okay, here we go. There now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this laptop up. Let's see if that's gonna help. Because right now you're down. And I know that's there we go. If you can see me now, I hope you can. There we go. So we're gonna keep it moving. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is life. But it just so happens I had the second one up. Isn't that? I think that's wonderful. So what was I talking about? Oh, about the new book, Bradley Can't Find His Pants. So that's for ages 2 to 6. It is available now on Amazon, and your support is greatly appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're gonna go on. This is the video I'm gonna show you right now. And then before I even put it on, let me say thank you to all of the comments that have come through already. We haven't even started, and they've already started coming. So I want to thank you, everyone that's made a comment. Antonio, what Antonio said, be tuned in. And Antonio will be back on the show on the 1st, I think it's February 5th. He'll be back on, and he's going to be playing the piano for us and everything. So hi, Antonio. Then we have Joan. Joan said, good afternoon and Happy New Year to you, Mary. Oh, thank you, Joan. I appreciate that. And good afternoon and Happy New Year to you too. Welcome. And then Antonio says, oh, thank you. And Antonio, I can't thank you enough for saying you couldn't hear me. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you, Antonio, for that, because I didn't know. And then we have, Joan said the same thing. They couldn't hear you. And then Antonio said, Mary. Then we have, Joan says, okay, now good. And Victoria said, let me see, Joan said, okay. Victoria says, okay. Victoria said, hi, Mary. You are fading in and out. Thank you. I hope I'm clear now. Can anybody send a message that, yes, I'm clear? That's what my husband was saying. He said, it was glitching on my computer. And you know what? I noticed something. My computer glitches. I noticed his doesn't. Go figure. I don't know what that it's about, but it happens. And then we have Estella. Hi, Estella. You can hear me now. Thank you, Estella. I hope this is so. I probably should have been on Oliver's to begin with. Maybe that's it. And Victoria says maybe you should remove the scenes from the movie. You know what it was, Victoria? I was on 2 laptops, and StreamYard said, those of you familiar with StreamYard, it said to be on 2. So I tried it that way. I'm hoping that it still goes through this way, but we're going to find out. I hope it does. And then we have some more comments. We have Miss Pat 100. You're breaking up. Okay, thank you, Miss Pat. I appreciate all of your comments are 100% appreciated because I didn't know. I didn't know at all, and then it just disappeared. Victoria says you can redo this episode. The sound is not good. Okay, now is it Victoria? Is the sound better now? I hope it is because it's open now. Let me see. This said you said the devil does not want you to have this episode. I'm telling you. You could be right. Oh, let's see. You're coming in. Oh, good. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. How are you, Victoria? Thank you. And he said, and then Miss Pat said, you can hear me now. Well, now we know. The show should always be on Oliver's computer, not my computer. That's what we're going to do from now on. I'm not even going to go there on my computer because I've been having trouble. So that's the end of that. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate Victoria. Thank you. And Miss Pat, thank you. Thank you, both of you. And Elaine. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Elaine. I've been seeing you in a while. I'm glad to have you. You just left the WAG meeting. Glad I haven't missed. You haven't missed anything, Elaine. And Happy New Year to everyone today. You can hear me. Thank you, Elaine. I missed the WAG meeting. I was getting ready for this. This is such, well, you'll see. You'll start. This is different. If it works, which I'm hoping it does, you'll be able to see videos from how they made Color Purple, interviews with the cast, all of those kind of things. So that's what I have for you. I'm hoping that we don't have any problems, but we'll wait and see. But that's the goal. That's what I put together for you. And the Victoria said, yes, and fine, thanks. Oh, Victoria, thank you. And all of you, I want to welcome you, because this is what I learned too. Though I only see the people that make comments, at the end of the show, sometimes there's 100, there's been up to 400 people watching the show. Think about that. But I only see 8. But so I've learned, when you're on, you're talking to the world. You're just talking to the world. But thank you. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. God bless you, each and every one of you. And I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to go into the Color Purple. We're going to go because I feel so, let me tell you why, for a couple of reasons. One, I've been blessed to work behind the scenes on movies. I've been on sets before. The budget for this movie was $100 million. Now, that may not seem like a lot of money to you guys. I don't know. I can tell you, just the thought of being a part. Let me say this now. I wasn't a part of this, by the way. I don't want to sound like I was. I was not, but I have been on other movie sets. And the people involved behind the scenes, for every person you see in front of the camera, there's probably, oh my gosh, for a movie of this magnitude, I'm going to guess it was 300. I'm going to guess 300 to 400 people behind the camera, easily. And I say that because, like, when you watch the credits, you see, of course, we always see the producers. That's what we always see, the executive producer. And then you see other producers see credits. But when you see executive producer, that's usually the person that is involved with the money aspect of the movie. That's what that means. With raising the money as an investor, or their money, or whatever the case may be. But the money is, they're responsible for getting the money to make the movie. But when you have $100 million budget to begin with, that is astounding to me. That tells you there's so many people involved. When we watch the movie, we watch the credits at the end. But I've been watching credits, ladies and gentlemen, probably, oh my God, I'm going to be honest, I think my whole life. I have been watching credits my whole life. In other words, I would always stay to the end of a movie. I knew no one up there, not one single person, not one name. Think about this, did I ever know? And I always stayed and watched the credits, and I still do. And that's because that is my way, my personal way of honoring the people that are up there, because it took all of those people to make that movie. That's how I honor them. I stay to the end. So that's the way I do it. So I say that to you, and I'm saying that because, right now I've worked as, these are the jobs I worked in the movie industry. I've been in the crafty. For those of you know what crafty is when you're on a movie set, everybody gets hungry. Everybody gets hungry, and you don't have time. No one has time to go get anything. So there are people there who have snacks and in between our meals to make sure you have, let's say you want some just water or a soda or a candy bar or something. That's crafty department. And that was my very first job on a movie set. And the movie is called Strange Love, and Country Wayne was the star of that movie. It is, some of you probably seen it. It's on Amazon, I think, right now. And if you look in the craft services, when it scrolls, you see my name there. Under that was the very first one. The other movie I worked on a few more. Another one you would probably know is called The Tanisha Welch Story. And that is it's called the First Lady of BMF, the Tanisha Welch Story. I worked on casting in that department. I was in the casting department in that. You'll see, I think I'm listed under assistant casting, and I'm under our casting director of the production company. The production company that I work for is Megamind Media. I work for them, and I've been blessed to work for them in that department. And I've learned so much in that department. It's just phenomenal. And that's why I think I have so much respect for movies. As I said before, I see from, as they say, from script to screen. And now many of you know, I also write. So I write and I see production. I see both. And so now it's been a progression. I'm doing this one step at a time. Finishing a script right now, as a matter of fact, and then the goal to get financing to make a movie. Just the thought that I could even say these things to you. A few years ago, I would have never said them because I never knew I could do them. But I've been taking classes and learning how to do these things. Been, as I mentioned before, on movie sets, been blessed to do these things. And I still write, as many of you know, I still write children's books. That hasn't changed either. I still write them. I've written books you haven't even seen yet, because for every single book, because I write children's books, there's an illustrator. So every single book has to be illustrated. So that takes time, and you literally work hand in hand with that illustrator when it comes to books. At least I do. So I don't just let them go and do whatever they want to do. I want to see, it's a progression. Do I like the character that they've in their imagination? What they've done is take my words and turn it into a book, but I have to be okay with that, and it has to resonate with my spirit. So now that I got that all out, so we're going to go to The Color Purple. But first, Victoria says, I don't understand why there's so many producers considering Oprah as a billionaire. If I was a billionaire, I would produce it myself and earn all the money. That's a good question. Good question, Victoria. Because when I saw it, I want to say, I don't know how many producers. I want to say it's 8 or 9 executive producers. Okay, think about this. It costs $100 billion to make it. Usually, no one wants, in that type of budget, they don't want to be the only money involved. That tends to happen. But at the same time, you have to remember too, they're taking the risk. When you're an executive producer, you're taking the risk. You either, one of two ways you can get the money. Either it's your money, which is like we note on here, what's noted on here, Steven Spielberg's money and Oprah's money. And then when I looked on the credits, like I said, it was either 6 or 7 other people's money. So there's either their money or they have investors. But somebody has to come up with that money. That money, you got to have the money in order to make the movie. There is no movie unless there's some money involved. But that is what's called a blockbuster, movie. When the money is at that level, I mean that, and I'm pretty sure it probably took them, and I don't know this to be true. It probably was about 1 year to 2 years in that production of that movie. It didn't happen overnight because you have to put the cast together. Everything I'm saying takes time. Everything takes time. Even when Oprah said hiring the director, they interviewed directors. And if I remember last, I think she said they interviewed 8, I want to say, directors. And so these directors had to apply, show what they've already done, and then go through an interview process. And I don't know if the interview was just with Oprah or was it other people. I have no idea. I'm not privy to any of that. And why would I be? So, but I'm saying that to say, um, whatever the process was, it was a process to get there. What we are seeing is the end result of that process. That's what the movie is. That's really what it is, the end result of that. So, my nose is itching. I think that's good luck when the nose is itching. But anyway, so keep that in mind. That's what we get to see. We get to honor that movie by seeing the work of all of those people involved, whether they be in front of the camera or behind the camera. They contributed to this movie. So I'm gonna see if we can I'm hoping we can see it. I don't know if we can see it. I'm hoping we can. And this was how they made the movie. Hold on, let me see. This is the behind the scenes. And I don't know if it's going to let me. Oh, no, I don't think it is. Hold on. Oh, maybe it will. Hold on. If I do, let me take this off, my name out of here, and maybe I can see it after that. So let me click here. No, that didn't do it. Hold on. Let me remove it. There we go. Now let's see if I can see how to. Okay, here we go. This is behind the scenes for The Color Purple. We're going to start there. And then we'll move into, there's a couple other scenes I want you to see, but I think it's nice to see how they did those scenes. Let's see if I can get it to go. Did it go? Oh, don't tell me it's not going to move. Oh, don't tell me that. It looked like it was, didn't it? No, I want to hide the chat. I'm clicking the button. Oh. Let me see. It says scroll for details. Nope, it's not doing that either. Okay. I don't know why. Now it's interesting. When I had both laptops up, it was working. So I don't know why it's not doing it now, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Give me a minute and see if this will do it inside of, it says stop sharing, visit. Okay, this is visit YouTube. If I visit YouTube, I have a feeling, I don't know if it'll do it or not. Okay, I don't know. But add to stage and add sound. I added to the stage and I clicked to move forward. If anybody has any other ideas about what I'm doing or how I can do it, I'm all ears. So, and Victoria said, go to see it at Antonio. Oh, you said go to see it. Victoria and Antonio are talking. I didn't even know it. Okay, and Inoko, hi Inoko. Greetings of love and courage to all. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. And this is The Color Purple was made for $55 million. No wonder Oprah didn't invest her money only. Was it 55? Okay. When I pulled it up and it said 100. So see, I'm gonna go with what you're saying. And let me make sure I put a comment up too. And so Victoria, 55 million is still a high budget movie. I promise you, even at 55 million, whatever in the millions, they're this is not a low budget movie. So it looks like, I don't know why, ladies and gentlemen, seems like it would come on, but it's not. So I can't. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do though. I will just go. Those of you that have seen it, we are going to educate those that have not seen it. Let's do that about the story, because there are many people on here. They're too young to have seen it. They haven't seen the original one, and so this is the first one they've seen. So they don't know of the original. They don't know of anything about the original Color Purple. So those of you that have seen it, if you have any comments about what did you think about the movie, how it opened? Okay. Oh, okay. It said, Victoria said, but it still costs 100 million to make. I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably the 55. This is, and I don't know this to be true, so I probably shouldn't even say it, but it's probably the cast. That's probably what it costs to cast the movie. And then, because remember, as I mentioned about behind the scenes, you have so many people behind the scenes. You have costume people, makeup people, hair people, people that found the location. You have those people. You have the casting. You have the food. You have catering. All this is behind the scenes that you never see these people. And then on top of that, You have people that do coloring. You have people that do sound. So when you hear that the all of this has to be done, and it is fascinating. It is fascinating when I have been blessed to go and work behind the scenes of a movie. I feel honored because I get to see what it took. I see the they're called the actors are not called actors, they're called talent. I get to see the talent. I see them when they're in character. I see them when they're not in character. I get to see the entire process. And that alone to me is just, I'm just honored. I'm honored to be able to do that, to see, and even the crew, just to see how everybody works together and you're working for the same goal of making a good movie. That's our goal. There's no other goal. We want to make a movie that when you go to see it, when you go in the theater, it's entertaining, but okay, okay. I'm sitting up here, I'm reading the comments, like, okay. That you are entertained and we want you to appreciate the art because that's what it is. It's art. That's really what it is. And Victoria says, Mary, did you know Alice Walker's still alive? Yes, I did know Alice Walker's still alive. And she was on set. She was on the set. I've been watching the interviews, and many of you may have seen the interviews. And I was trying to put those up for you. And you said, just Googled it. When I Googled it, that's where I got the 100 million from. But everything's not perfect. Victoria says, did the behind the scenes people, the scenes and everyone else get paid before the movie grossed 55 million or so? 55 is not bad. Okay. Let me say this about that. On the gross, when they opened on Christmas Day, I think you said they grossed 55 million. If they've spent 100 million to make it, they've already basically what it's saying, they have already had half of their investment, half of that money is back. Now remember, the movie is not going anywhere. I don't even know their strategies. I know this. The movie will more than make their money back. And let me tell you why I know that. The United States is only one market. We are one market. We're not the market for the whole world. So you got other markets that are also going to be that want to see The Color Purple. And then you got other languages you want to see it in. So, my nose is itching, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't had an itchy nose in so long. But anyway, that's life. But excuse me for that. And then we have here Deborah Moore. Oh, hi, Deborah. You went to see it twice. That's how great I thought it was. Go ahead, Deborah. I just told my friend I need to go see it again. Because when you see it this is how I feel about some movies. You see it the first time, you're in the theater and you just it's an anxiousness about seeing it. But I want to go see it and look at it through different eyes, I guess, now that I've seen it. So I'm going to go see it again too. So I'm with you, Deborah. I'm going to go see it, more than once. And Victoria, you said me too. You guys are going to go see it. Well, maybe we should all get together and go see it. Because I'm definitely going to go see it again. I'm going to tell you, we should. And Victoria says, itchy nose me, you're going to see someone you haven't seen in a long time. Ooh, is that what that means? Victoria, I love that. Because, okay, and we're off topic, of course. If your left hand is itching, I've been told that means you are expecting a letter. If the palm of your left hand, the palm of your right hand's itching, is money is coming to you. I never knew what the itchy nose meant. So now I know. So my itchy nose means somebody that I haven't seen in a long time. I'm going to see. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Victoria. I never heard that one, but I haven't had an itchy nose probably over a year. And all of a sudden now, when I go on camera, my nose is itching. So I go figure. I don't know. But maybe, I don't know where everybody lives. I'm in Southern California. For those of you, I'm in Riverside, California. Where are you, Victoria? And where are you, Deborah? We may all go to the movies together and go see it. I started crying, though. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I cried on that movie. I was sitting there crying. I was like, oh my goodness. And I couldn't, for me, watching Fantasia, or Celie get hit. Now that just I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. It's just like, and then the way which we found, I don't want to ruin it for people, but anyway, the way her father spoke to her, it hurt my heart. It just hurt my heart to hear those kind of things. Oh, are you in fun? Hold on. You're in Fontana, Victoria? Okay. We may end up going because I think she's in Hemet. I think so. Susan, tell myself I'm going to get money, whichever hand is. Go ahead, Susan. You said you don't care which hand is itching. I like that. You said I'm getting money. Okay. Now that one I haven't heard, Susan, but that's a good one. I like that. I do. But Victoria, we should all get together. Let's see, Deborah, you said, I was able to focus more in depth on each actor. I'm in Hemet. I knew you were in Hemet. But we should all go together. If you guys, I can tell you, if you want to, send me an email with your number and we can set up and go. I'm trying to think. I'm available this Sunday, I think, this Sunday afternoon, if you guys are available. Okay. What did you say? Susan says, only superstition, I believe. Is that after all that? Though, I don't know. It probably is. But do you know, every time my hand itches, I look for money to be coming from somewhere. I do. I just think, oh, okay, there's some money. Because it's not like my palm itches every day. It doesn't. It's rare when that happens, to be honest with you. Victoria says, it's really only superstition unless you believe it. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. When it happens, I believe it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But like I said, I wanted to bring you guys. I had everything all set up between the two laptops. I had trailers. I had interviews. I had it all, and unfortunately can't show it. But that's okay. We're still going to talk because I want your opinion. I wanted some questions for you, because if you've seen the movie, and I see Susan's seen it, Victoria's seen it, and I don't know who else has seen it. I don't want to ruin it, but I want to talk about it, if that makes sense. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to tell you guys how it ends. So I don't want to do that, but I'll ask you some questions. Okay. What is the meaning of the color purple? What does it mean? What is that? The color purple. Does anybody, what do you think that means for her to name or title the book and obviously the movie, The Color Purple? Oh, you haven't seen it, Susan? Oh, okay. Then I'm like I said, I'm not going to tell you anything about how it ends. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going into like bits and pieces, but I don't want to. And then, did you see the first one? Susan, did you see the first one? Deborah said, you haven't seen it. Okay. And then Deborah said, I think, you read some more. What is that? I need some. She said, I need some lotion. Thank you, Deborah. But no, it's the palm, not the. No, Deborah, it's not lotion that you need. You are too funny. No. Elaine says, yes, Mary, you cried too. I did too, Elaine. I cried. I didn't. You know what? I had a friend that saw it, and she told me she cried, and I kept thinking, watching the movie, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I started crying. That's how much it had. And I was talking to one of my sons, and he said, Mom, if that movie made you cry, that's a good movie. Think about what it did. It brought those emotions out of you. So Elaine, you said you cried too, and you said, oh, here we go. And you said, Mom, you're crying. Oh, Jennifer said, Mom, you're crying. Seeing it more than once allows you to see things you may have missed. That's why I thought about seeing it again, Elaine. That's the reason. Because I feel the same way. I know. And then, you know what I do when I see a movie twice? I am looking at, which I don't think I looked at this time, and that is behind the scenes. And I listen to the talent more, and I'm looking at the behind the camera of what the scene is. And that's what I end up doing. That's what I think that for me at least for me, that's what I do. Okay, Susan, we're going to go see it together. We can go. I'm telling you, I'm available. I think this Sunday, I think I'm available. So if you're not busy and you guys want to get together, send me an email, mary@marydwelch.com. We'll pick a theater and we can all go Sunday afternoon because I definitely want to see it again. And you haven't seen it, Susan, so you're welcome to come and we can all go there together. We can all cry together. Victoria, to appreciate God's gift to us, even though the story is about the ugliness of slavery. It is about, I think it is, and I think it's, you know what I felt like too, Susan? Unfortunately, that is still going on today. That what we saw, or we in that movie, it hasn't stopped. And then Victoria said, "You laughed out loud about with Deborah." No, you cried too. See, so think about it. A movie brought us to tears. I'm watching it going, even though this is a movie, there is some woman out here that is dealing with this. That is dealing with this. It's heartbreaking. It really is. It breaks your heart. So I can tell you, I know I cried, you cried. I'm telling you, it was. So I would, and if you want to do it, Deborah, bring some tissue. Mary, I got to send you an email with this when this is over. I love to meet. Oh, okay, Victoria. Yeah, I tell you that I'm saying we're gonna have a movie day. We can have a movie day. We definitely can. But send me the email, Victoria. Like I said, I live in Rivers. I think you said you live in Fontana. I think that was you live in Fontana. We're close. We're close. What I love about being online and everything is that this is worldwide. Anyone that has internet and clicks that link can see it. And I tell people it's the present day Oprah show. That's what I tell people. It's the present. So people else they go, "What is your show about?" I said it's a talk show, but I'm gonna do. I did a special broadcast Saturday for those of you who saw. I was so honored. The Diamond Singers, that was on Saturday. I'm doing a commercial right now. This is the commercial break. The Diamond Singers were on Saturday. I will be doing more of those. I'm going to do some lives. So just know I will be doing some different things this year. I mean, I am going to always be on Monday. See, my nose still itching, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what it is. If somebody does come that I haven't seen in a while, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna share that with you for sure. But I just really wanted to do the color purple, probably because it did affect me so. I don't remember the last time I cried in a movie. I honestly don't, but I cried in this one. Let me tell you that. So if you say, "Oh, well, is it really that good?" or "She's just saying that," or I can only tell you what I did. And then I think it was Victoria. Was it Victoria? You've seen it, I think. Yeah, you've seen it. You cried too. That's two people. That's three that I know personally because I mentioned my friend. So if you can see, I put my purple on today to make sure I'm in the spirit of the color purple. But we said that the meaning of the title and its relationship to beauty. What is it about the color purple? Anybody know about what is it about the color purple? Anybody know? I'm going to put this up. Oh, I forgot to run it. See, I've been so excited about the show. I'm gonna put the email up again for those of you that didn't get a chance to see it or you came on later. If you ever want to send me an email or contact me, ladies and gentlemen, just send me an email to mary@marydwelch.com. You can always reach me there. If you want to be on the email list, if you want to be on the texting list, there's a text message went out this morning. Many of you received that. And an email went out. When did it go out? Last night? Or it went out. I email at least 3 to 4 times a week, if not more, but at least 3 to 4 times a week for sure. And I text only once a week. Let me tell you that now. So if you text me, you only get one text a week. Let me tell you that on the text messages. You don't get nearly as many as you do from the emails. And Victoria said, "It's your favorite color?" I know. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful color. I love it. I love it. And Susan said, in Europe, It's royalty. It does mean royalty, doesn't it? I tell you, the color purple has so many different meanings. It really does. But it does, those of you familiar with the National Council of Negro Women, that's their color. Purple is their color, one of their colors. I can tell you that it's one of their colors. So just know that it is definitely considered a royal color. And Deborah said, oh, okay, Deborah, you said, I feel that the character of Mr. made a transformational character change. I agree. It speaks to the personal change development, and it is never too late because he had a come to Jesus moment, didn't he? What it really, I agree with you in there. And like I said, it's hard to talk about it without giving it away, but just know that what he really received, in my opinion, was a second chance. A second chance. And I don't want to go into it. Yep, I do. I agree. Deborah said, Victoria said, yep, a second chance. I agree. He received a second chance. So, Deborah, you saw it. Who didn't see it? Was it Susan that didn't see it? Or somebody didn't see it. But so, Deborah, you saw it. Yeah. So I just went, but even in the first one, so those of you that saw it, this is a musical. For those of you who haven't seen it, what I noticed that most of the songs, remember I said I watched the credits? Most of the songs, I would say 75% of the songs are by Brenda Russell. Brenda Russell wrote most of the songs in the movie. She didn't write all of them, but I say 75% because we were counting how many songs had her name on it at the end of the when the credits were rolling, and I thought that was very interesting that she was the songwriter for the movie. And so, okay, you saw the first one. Okay, Susan, yeah, you want to. I think this is how someone told me that they said it is a softer version of the first one. That's what they said to me. That's how they described it, as a softer. But there's still some scenes in there, softer or not. There's some scenes in there that you kind of you just take a deep breath. I did. I'll speak for me. I did. But the cinematography, the filming of it was just phenomenal. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't everything be perfect, really, when you have a movie and you're dealing with people that are as they say, they're bringing their A game. They're at the top of their game. When I saw her, I never had seen her, I don't think, without her glasses. That's the singer. So that was to see her without any, I mean, she's part of the talent in the movie. That was different. I know most of us are familiar with Fantasia, and of course Taraji. We knew I did most of the talent in there, but I had never seen her, so that was different. I'd seen Coleman, I think it's Coleman Domingo. I'd seen him in a lot of movies. He did what's the movie about the man that organized the March on Washington? He is the main lead, or he's the lead in that movie. He did an excellent job. I can't think of it right now. And that's the movie that Barack and Michelle are the producers of that movie. So there's been, when I see now the talent is just phenomenal. It's the period attire, exactly. Very much so. And see, remember, all those outfits, for the most part, I can promise you, they made them. But then someone I saw too in an interview, all of those quilts, the quilts we see in the movie are made by Black women. They're Black women that made them. And the costume design is huge. All of that's huge. That's what you don't see. You don't know what it takes. It is truly a team. It is a team that puts together a movie. And hi, Hawita. Welcome, Hawita. Hawita says, being a musical made you focus on the words of the song and the message. I want to see it again, and also the original movie. Yes. Well, maybe you can come when we do a group, Hawita. You're welcome to come. You're welcome to come. We're gonna put together. I'll put together a group. Everybody get their tickets, and we go see it together. Da-da. So you have to email me. So whoever emails me, and we'll put together and go on a Sunday afternoon, and we can all go see it together. For those of you who would like to go, he said, "Hi, Awita." time, Mary. So just know. Send you an invite. Okay, I'll do that, Awita. You're invited. You definitely are. Now I have another question for the audience. What is the importance of Celie seeing herself reflected in the mirror? For those of you that saw the scene and she's reflected in the mirror, what is the importance of that? Anybody think of the okay? Elaine said the color purple is intertwined in the story. Purple is a royal color and used as a symbolic way to show Celie finding her inner strength. I agree, Elaine. Definitely. I was so glad. I don't want to ruin it though. I was just about to say something. I go, don't say that. But anyway, to see her come to herself. That's how I'll describe it. She comes to herself. That's the best way I can describe it. So I know, Elaine, you're not in the IE area, but you're welcome to come with us. I know you've already seen it, but you're welcome. I have too, but I still would go see it again. I truly would go see it again, and we can all get together. We were in the seats at the Regal where they let out into nice, comfortable chairs and everything. I was sitting there thinking that this is the way to watch a movie, but that's what we were. We went to go see it. So the importance of Celie seeing herself in the mirror. Anybody know what was the importance of that? Or what do you think it was important for her to see herself in the mirror? Anybody, any ideas about that? Because she does see her reflection in the mirror. I don't know if you remember that. And what did or maybe it didn't mean anything. Because remember, there's so many scenes in there and so many things. Because remember, she had to call. She didn't even know his real name. Think about that. She only knew him as Mr. Another thing, I have a question for the audience. Lou Gossett. Lou Gossett was in the movie. What do you think about his character? Anybody have any insights on Lou Gossett? So we saw him in the movie. I don't even know the last time I seen Lou Gossett. I was really glad to see him in the movie though. Hi, Sheila. How are you, sweetheart? I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm glad you came. Got to see you. Here we go. Hi, Sheila. And Awita said she's no longer defining or seeing herself as defined by others. She is being able to see her self-worth. I agree. Oh, Awita, I didn't put it up there. But yes, I agree. I think she really, what can I say? Starts coming into herself then. That's what I call it. Coming to in that one scene. Victoria, I think that was the first time she saw herself in a mirror. Yeah. That's what it looked like, didn't it? That's the first time she saw herself. I agree too with Awita. Thank you, Victoria. I think we have different ways of looking at this. There's so many different ways of looking at this. When she found out his real name, what did she say? Anybody remember what happened when she found out his name was not Mr.? She thought that was his name. Think about that. And she found out, no, that wasn't his name. Elaine said, this Sunday isn't good for me because our sorority chapter is having a scholarship skate jam fundraiser. Oh, okay. Got it, Elaine. No problem. Got it. I know, but you're a busy lady when it comes to those scholarships, so I get it. So the other question is, I could say, why must Celie call her husband Mr. and what is the effect on her? Jessica, that's what she never, if you really those saw the movie, was there ever, let me say this. This is what I don't want to say this hard because I don't want to ruin it. That's why I'm hesitant about saying something. I don't want to ruin it. If you haven't already seen it, I'd rather you see it. So I'm talking very generally. But this is a movie I would say, go see. That's what I would tell you. Go see it for yourself. As I said before, I cried. Oliver wasn't crying, but I was crying. So, but men don't very tend to cry on movies and stuff like that. That's not, guys, that's not their thing. We get more emotional and involved in things like that. So, because I think for me, I put myself, what if that was me and I was dealing with that? Oh, heaven help me. Anyway, that's what I did, is put myself in her position. But I wanted to share that with you. I do have couple of more questions. Let me just one. Okay, I don't think this is going to ruin it, but does Suge replace Nettie in Celie's life? Does Suge replace Letty? Oh, you going this weekend? Okay. Oh, I missed Deborah. See, my nose is still itching. I'm telling you. And then the other one, oh, I'm sorry. I missed one. And that was, Deborah said, Lou Gossett was another generation of promoting the character of Mr. Ah, yeah. And we're going to talk, I am going to generational things. But this is that, I really think this does speak to generations, to generational things. So Sheila says, you going this weekend? Well, Sheila, I don't know. If you live close, we can all go together. I don't know what your schedule is, but we can go if you like to go. Victoria said, that surprised me. Your husband cried. Did he? Wow. Yeah. See? All right. I tell you, like I said, I don't remember the last movie that made me cry. I don't remember. So if the movie is bringing me to tears, you know that's some kind of movie. And then Oliver says, he said, hi guys, thank you for joining the show and your feedback was well appreciated. Thank you, executive producer Oliver. Thank you, baby. And Victoria says, he is human after all. Yes. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think it's, like I said, it's hard to see people abused and not feel something to me. I don't know. I'm gonna speak for me. I couldn't do it. I would. It was hard. It was hard for me to watch that. It really was. So, but I just want you to know that, ladies and gentlemen, your input on this, what you're really showing me, you like shows like this. You like this is dedicated to The Color Purple. This is my way of thanking Oprah Winfrey, Steven Spielberg, all the executive producers, the cast, the crew, everyone involved in this movie. This is a thank you. This is a thank you broadcast. You did a fantastic job. Is probably not even big enough to say what you have done. You've touched our hearts. You've affected our lives, and we want to thank you. This is our thank you. So that's what this broadcast is. This is for all of the hours that it took behind the scenes, in front of the camera, the marketing department, the food department, the production. All of your departments, whether it would be casting, whether it is the costumes, because even when you have costumes, you have to have people behind the scenes. They are fitting. They're putting the outfits on and making sure everyone that they're dressed for every single scene, whatever the scene is. All of those people. And then you have the technical people. It's so many people. So thank you to all of you. You did an outstanding job. And this is our way of, by saying, like as I said before, people that have seen it, you brought us to tears. That should tell you something. This movie is going to be there for generations to come. So I know, Oprah, you don't know me, but my name is Mary D. Welch. And I honor you and I thank you for bringing this to the big screen again, because I know it wasn't easy. Nothing that you're working on, whether it be at this magnitude or whatever it is you're working on, it's usually never easy. So thank you. And I want to make sure I said that before we end our show, because we are down to, I'm seeing Hawida said, he said, remember he said that Mr. was equal to master. I saw that. So you've seen it. I know. That's what it was. And Deborah said, my husband liked this one so much better than the first one. He cried too. Yes. I think I like them both. I'm going to say the truth. I like them both. And remember that from what I know, this was not based on any true story or anything like that. Elaine said the mirror scene was inspiration because I think Celie saw herself and then she saw her new self possibilities. Once she believed in herself, the world was open to her. Thank you, Elaine. I agree. Remember, we think that's the first time she's ever seen herself. Think about that. She's never seen herself. And Victoria said, "You agree with Elaine? I do too." And Deborah says she agrees too. So we got ditto. And Awita said, "Mary, thank you for creating the forum. Oh, for us to share. You're awesome. Oh, thank you, Awita. I did. You know what? Just like you enjoy it, I enjoy it too. So I want to thank each and every one of you because, like I said, this is the most interactive I think we've been. So I'm glad. So you know what this is telling me? We were on the same page. We were thinking, and all it is we wanted to share how we felt about this movie. And the fact that we want to go see it more than once is huge. I think that's huge. So, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Deborah. You're so welcome. And Susan, oh, you're welcome. All of you, you're welcome. I can't thank you enough for being here because the show, you have been so instrumental. Oh, Victoria, thank you. Victoria says, yes, she is awesome. Because of you, you're being here, you're telling your family and friends. I cannot tell you how that, I don't even have the words. I don't have the words to tell you how much that touches my heart and my life. Thank you for being here, taking time out of your day. I have loved every second of every single show that has broadcast. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you. And I'm looking at Victoria. Oh, Elaine says, yes, thank you, my friend. You are a gem. God bless each and every one of you. And I will see you next Monday. We'll have another show for you. God bless you. Thank you. Bye, everybody.